Accidents happen every day. People are hurt in car crashes, on motorcycles, or find themselves victims of a doctor's mistake. And when it comes to personal injury, there is often a need for a lawyer. So today, I want to introduce you to attorney Scott Smith, who says his firm is all about getting you closure, which I like the way you put that, Scott. So thanks for being here on Daytime.
Thank you for having me.
First, I want to get into your background. Why did you decide to focus on personal injury?
Well, it takes a little understanding of who I am. I'm from a small town in Ohio. My dad was a judge for 35 years, and it got me into the law. On top of that, I like helping people. Helping people and being a lawyer go hand in hand doing what I do.
And you are with Smith Law Office, obviously, so tell me what sets you apart. Tell me about your office.
Well, the Smith Law Office is selecting or limiting their practice to personal injury people that have been injured as a result of someone else being careless. We help people get back on their feet. We are different than most law practices because we're selective of who we represent. We don't do a mill. We don't, like a lot of people on TV, do every case.
Sure.
We take cases that are tragic losses, catastrophic cases, people that really need our help.
And if somebody is in an accident, how do they know if they should seek legal help? They might immediately think, you know, I'm in this accident, this is how it's going to end, right? I mean, you go through insurance and all that. How do they know they need you?
Well, most likely anybody that's been in a collision needs a lawyer's help. Not always. If it's a fender bender, sometimes insurance will help you, sometimes they will not. The bigger the crash, the bigger the injury, the bigger the catastrophic consequences, the more likely you're going to need a lawyer.
So any advice for somebody if they're on a scene like that on how to react? Because I feel like you hear a lot of things. Don't admit fault, don't do this, you know. You call your family first and foremost. What should somebody do during the first 2 minutes after a crash?
Well, this is assuming you're capable of doing anything. If you're in a bad collision, you may be on a stretcher, you may be unconscious, you may be on your way to the hospital. But if you are conscious and you are there, my response is tell the truth. The police are going to come. They're going to ask you what happened. Tell them what happened. The consequences are the consequences.
Sure. And you can help, obviously, get closure, as you mentioned, which I think that is sometimes lost on people. This is what you want to get people to, right? I mean, it's not just about, you know, the money. It's about finding them the help that they deserve.
That's right, Robin. What we're looking to do is get people back on their feet. People obviously need money to recover their economic losses, but there are non-economic losses. There are intangible losses. They are stressed out by the whole process itself. Insurance companies are not usually there to help you.
Right.
That's where I come in.
They're not your advocate.
They are not your advocate. They are your adversary.
And I know that you cover, obviously, car accidents. We talked about some of those, medical malpractice suits, but there's a lot of other things at your law firm that you can help people with, aren't there?
Well, we do, but we limit our practice to car crashes, motorcycle crashes, big trucking crashes. That's what we normally do.
Okay.
There are some premise cases where people will fall. Depending on the circumstances, we could help you too.
Okay, and you also offer free consultations, which I think is great to tell people because the first step to getting help is probably to find out that you need it, right?
That's exactly right. I talk to people every day. Don't charge them a penny. Talk to them on the phone. Sometimes I can walk them through their problem. Sometimes I can help them get from point A to point B without me. I'm not necessarily wanting to represent everybody. If it's a small problem and you don't need me, I can help you get to that next level. If it's a big problem, if you're tragically hurt, if it's a big crash, if someone unfortunately passes away, you're going to need me. And then you'll come in, we'll talk, it won't cost you anything, and then we'll decide which avenue is best for you.
All right, Scott, so somebody thinks they need your help. Can they call you? Is there, I guess, a statute on these things? I mean, the week after the crash, they say, I really do need help. Is that okay to give you a call?
That's a good point, Robin. The sooner I get the case, the sooner I can help you. Evidence disperses, the cars go away, they get repaired or they're totaled. We need that information because the other side of the case, if the person is insured, the insurance company is not going to help you. You need somebody to preserve that evidence. The sooner you get a lawyer after collision, the better off you're going to be.
All right, Scott from Smith Law Office, phone number, website have been up on screen, so thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.